Hello everyone, welcome to this video. Hope you're having a great start to your week. I'm here today to talk to you about my last few iHerb orders. Many of you guys seem to really enjoy this series that I do, and whenever I shop from iHerb, I put out there, hey, I got some new stuff, you guys want to see it? And most of you guys always say yes. So I am excited to film this because I have been holding off opening these items for the past while, just because, you know, I want to show you guys everything as fresh as possible. So this has been a couple of iHerb orders. I try to split them up into about $50 give or take per order, just so it goes through Canadian customs a little bit easier and I don't have any major issues. So let's dig into some beauty products. Now before I get started with all the products, if you are new to the whole iHerb term, they are an e-retailer who carry a lot of natural, organic, natural-based products in terms of food, household items, and they've got a pretty decent beauty collection as well. So they carry a lot of brands that are organic, cruelty-free, they're mineral-based, things like that, a bit more on the healthy side of things. So that's kind of, you know, the gist of what this whole haul and all these products are all about, in case you're unfamiliar with the term that I'm kind of throwing around here. So let's just start off with something that's really familiar to me and probably really familiar to you because I talk about it all the time. This is the GIOVANNI Tea Tree Triple Treat Invigorating Shampoo. It's got peppermint extract, it's got tea tree oil, it's got aloe vera. It's one of those shampoos without SLS. So if you are very wary of that, or you're into trying something new for your hair, a bit on the natural side, this is the one to go for if you want something clarifying. This is by far my favorite clarifying shampoo that doesn't strip your scalp, doesn't make your head feel itchy or too dry or too tight. Plus, it's on the natural side of things. So that's, you know, an extra bonus for me. But by far, this is my favorite clarifying shampoo for my hair. And I already popped it open and used it once because, like I said, I just couldn't wait. It was so good. And I really miss having this back in my routine. Okay, next then, also kind of shower products. This one is from the brand Body Image. It's called the Body Benefits Skin Toning Beauty Massager. So essentially, it is a massaging tool, which is kind of a rubbery tool right here with little nubs. And then you've got your good old traditional loofah on this back. So I thought, 2-in-1, right? It would be nice to do your body massage in shower, and then afterwards, of course, you can use the loofah to wash everything off and suds up and bubble up and things like that. So a 2-in-1 product right here. You can buy these body massagers separately. I know the Body Shop sells them along with a few other retailers, but again, 2-in-1, why not? I picked one of those up as well because I was needing to replace my loofah. Next then, hair product. We have here the ECOTOOLS Ultimate Air Dryer. Hairbrush, I guess. Ultra comfort, lightweight design, supposedly dries hair 40% faster according to this little thing right here. I have never used something like this before. I don't dry my hair with a hair dryer often. I just let it go natural. Even if I'm drying my hair, only sometimes will I use a brush. I just tend to kind of fluff it up, let it dry, because next day I'll either pull up and pony or I'll do a curl. And if I do a curl, I want to preserve as much natural texture of my hair as possible without straightening it out, so I don't always use a brush. But on the rare occasion that I do, I thought it might be useful to have one of these guys. So it really has, the design is just circular design with a hole in the middle, so you can let the air kind of vent through the hole as you're drying, so it really circulates the warm air and supposedly helps your hair dry 40% faster. EcoTools has recently put out a whole bunch of hair tools, brushes and things like that, so if that is something you want to check out, they are there. I believe Ulta sells them down in the States, maybe a few other drugstores as well, but over here, London Drugs carry them, although I haven't seen the Hairbrush yet. Okay, on to some actual makeup products. I've been delving back into Physicians Formula because, you know, I talked about the Mineral Pearl Highlighter often, and I recently got back into the Happy Booster Blush, which I've been loving. So I've been thinking, okay, what other things that I used to use, and just kind of reintroduce and refamiliarize myself with the brand. So I got a few more things from them. First one is another Happy Booster blush, but this time it is in the shade Natural versus the one you've seen before on my channel, which is called Rose. Rose is beautiful, very easy to wear. It's not that super pigmented, you know, that you're having a hard time to work with it. It's very blendable, very easy to use. So I picked up Natural, which is a slightly more of a, let's just say, a slightly warmer type of blush with a little bit less pink, right? So this, again, you know, the formulation is great. It's got a tiny bit of a glow to it, but nothing like a highlighter. This is not a highlighting blush. It's just a natural looking blush with a tinge of shine to it, but very beautiful in terms of formulation. I look forward to using this and adding this, you know, to my collection, probably an everyday shade as well. But if you do want something super highlighting and very glowy and high fashion or intense, shall we say, this one is the one for you. It is the Shimmer Strips from Physicians Formula. They call it custom bronzer, blush, and eyeshadow all in one. Essentially, you just got a couple of different strips of kind of a metallic shimmering powder product. It does have color deposit in it, so you know the darker shades up here, the bronzy shades, you are going to get a bronze. The pale pink up here, you are going to get a bit of a pale pink highlight. So you can use this as eyeshadow, which is what I did way back in the day when I first got a hold of this product. This has been out for a very, very long time. So I used to use it as an eyeshadow and then use the shimmering bits, the lighter shades, as a bit of a highlight or a blush. This one is in the shade Miami Strip. They do have a couple of other color variations, but again, all of these shimmer strips are very intensely highlighty, if that makes sense. So it's a lot of shine going on if that's what you want. This one is new to me, called the Mineral Wear Airbrushing Pressed Powder in the shade Translucent, which I believe is their lightest shade. Could be a tiny bit dark if you match it up against my neck. We'll have to see once I put this on my face. But this has got SPF 30 in the form of titanium dioxide in 15% and zinc oxide in 10%. So physical sunscreen, which is great for those of you guys who break out easily with sun care products like I do. Haven't tested this out, but it seems like it could be a bit of a powder foundation in addition to just being a setting powder from Physicians Formula. Okay, moving on, more makeup. This one is the e.l.f. Baked Blush in the color Peachy Cheeky. Quite a small packaging actually. I expected this to be a bit larger, I'm not sure why. But a lot of people really love this product, the Baked Blush from e.l.f. and they've compared it to some of the MAC mineralized skin finish blushers and highlighters. So this one, the peachy one, is a bit of a corally shade with a tiny bit of pink in it. Not super bronzy, which is something I don't prefer on my skin, but not super pink either. It's kind of an in-between shade, but does have, it seems from the swatches I've seen, a bit of a noticeable shimmer or shine to it. So take a look at this if that's the type of thing that you like. Then for some eyeshadows, I picked up another one from HONEYBEE Gardens, their pressed mineral eyeshadow, this time in the shade Cameo. I've tried one of their previous shades, I believe it's called Tippy Taupe, in another tutorial. It was gorgeous, I really enjoyed it. The pigmentation was great, really smooth, and wore well throughout the day. So I decided to pick up another of their colors. This one is more of a satin matte shade, and seems to be a nice all-over lid color, or even as a transitional shade to blend in your darks and your lights over your, you know, your eyeshadow looks. Okay, let's move on to Everyday Minerals. This one is the Everyday Minerals eyeshadow in She's Inspirational, which is a satin to matte finish, quite a creamy formulation of a mineral shadow. They come in these little pots which do have sifters, but again, as with all loose pigment eyeshadows, they can get a little bit messy, so do be aware. I prefer to tap mine onto the lid and then just use the brush that way. And speaking of brushes, I've got this one which I believe is called the Everyday Minerals Kabuki brush, but this one I've been planning to use for concealer, for buffing out my concealer. And I do like the Everyday Minerals brushes because they have this bamboo handle right here, very chic, and then they have these synthetic bristles up on top. This brush is way too big for my eyes in terms of eyeshadow, but again, blending out concealer, it might be a good one. The eyeshadow itself seems like a nice everyday all over single shadow lid color, so again, really excited about this one in particular. Okay, brushes, pro techniques, things that happen on camera. This one is the Expert Face Brush, which I do already own one, and I think is very good to use, especially with your compact foundations or your CC compacts. If you're not into, you know, cleaning the puff all the time, or just at home and you want to preserve the integrity of your puff, try using one of these brushes. They're very densely packed bristles, a small type of brush, so it can really get into your CC cushions easily and buff out your product onto your skin. Everyday basis, really easy to use. And I also got here, this is a new one for me, the eye shading brush for your eyeshadow. Again, both of these are synthetic, so they're very sturdy to use, and I love just kind of doing a little bit of alcohol spray on top and just really wiping it down on a paper towel or a tissue. Gets rid of most of the product, and I'll do a deep clean at the end of the week or after every 2 weeks. So it really just keeps it, you know, it's hard working and you can really work a little bit rough without worrying too much about damaging the bristles. So 2 skincare products lastly, one from Andalo Naturals, the 1000 Roses line, called the Floral Toner. Extra gentle for delicate and dry skin. You guys know I love the Eevee Lovingly Pure 100% Rose Water, but that's out because I finished it. So I thought I'd find another alternative, and this one is not pure rose water from Andalo Naturals, but it is a rose water base. So it's got aloe vera, rose water, provitamin B5, vitamin E, alpine rose, a berry complex, hyaluronic acid, among a few other things, pomegranate extract. So, you know, I've been a big fan of the Andalo Natural skincare as a whole. I think they're great value for your money if you're looking for organic / natural based skincare. These are great with beautiful texture, so I'm excited to use this one, the toner. And then lastly, I've got here the Derma E Overnight Peel with alpha hydroxy acids. So, long story short, I've been trying to get back into glycolics and peels and things like that. I've been noticing my first kind of expression lines. Not really a wrinkle, but kind of more texture and expression lines on my forehead. So getting back into that, you know, previously when I was younger, I used the glycolics and alpha hydroxys for my mild acne, and it helped so much with that. But after a while, when my acne went down a little bit more under control, I went to other things. But now I'm trying to get back into it. This one has 5% blend of glycolic and other fruit acids. It's a pH of 3.5. It's meant to improve the appearance of uneven texture, tone, and pigmentation. So this is an overnight treatment product versus something used during the day, which again, something I recommend using at night, you know, glycolics and peels, because during the day, with the sunshine, you're making your skin a little bit more sensitive and susceptible to sun damage if you're using skin renewal products during the daytime. Alright, this wraps up the video, I think. Oh, one more thing. We can't stop without talking about these. Of course, the Hurrah lip balms, you guys. You guys know I gotta have these. Got another one of the Earl Grey because this one is so good. If you're a tea lover, Earl Grey from the Hurrah brand, super nice, and they're all kind of oil based, so they're not heavy, gross beeswax. If you're not into beeswax, if that's not your thing, go for the Hurrah. They're not super intensive or deeply repairing, but they are very good for every day. Second one, the Vanilla Hurrah lip balm in the vanilla scent. Love this one as well. I just opened it just to smell it. I know that's kind of weird, but I have these. I have so many of these in all my different purses, all over the room, all over the house. They are excellent. Just want to give them a shout out. Alright, now is the true ending to this video. Hope you really enjoyed. Questions and comments, pop them down below. Anything that you've used before, let me know your thoughts. Anything that you want me to tell you more about, leave me a comment. I can do that for you. So until next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.